I said, you can get in this picture, and she walked away. Hello, thank you for joining us here at Coolest Life. My name is Tony. I'm here at Real Life Church of the Nazarene here in Rapid City, South Dakota. On a little busy road. Our church is on busy roads. Hopefully the people are coming in here to get their Jesus. It's a really nice facility. We'll take you through it a little bit. A couple things. Maybe you will see something in this church, maybe help improve your own church. Or maybe you'll be in the area and say, I might want to go to that church. So, and if that's the case, come on down. We're going here and we'll show you a little bit about the pastor, a little bit about the music, a little bit about the message, and a little bit about the facility. So come along with us, because we just entered the Coolest Life Church of the I like this entryway here. Got carpet floors, like the big vaultus. My guess is going to be a big vaultus, so I guess in the main sanctuary. We're going to go in here after this coffee and head on inside. So here's the main sanctuary. So it looks like we have about 4 minutes before the showtime. Nice sanctuary. Like the roof. Always like this. It's got a lot of character to it. A lot of the newer churches are involved in acoustic tiles everywhere. Sound system up here, they do have a YouTube presence. Let's go get us a seat. Extra seating.
Matthew 19:13-14 says, "And the people brought the little children to Jesus and placed his hands on them to pray for them. But the disciples rebuked them. Jesus said, 'Let the little children come to me and do not hinder them, for such is the kingdom of heaven belonging to these.'" This morning we get to be blessed and we have the opportunity to participate in the dedication of children so that later in life they have the opportunity to choose to be baptized into the faith on their
And they are asked to be any prayer warriors, and we have several in this church. When you hear the gospel given and the altar call presented, this is what I was talking to you about, make your way to the front of the stage. There's a big white cross on either side of the stage, and they're just looking for people to pray with people giving their lives to Christ. And they have these connection cards that you can pick them up at the info booth or the prayer tent. Have that person fill it out. We want to get those new believers plugged into churches around our city. It's not just once the weekend's done, where do they go? So there's a connection point there.
Because of his great love that he had for us, made us alive with Christ, even though we were dead in trespasses. You are saved by grace.
I will boast in anything. No gifts, no power, no wisdom, but I will boast in Jesus Christ, his death and resurrection. Once the dear, I have it all as lost. Lead me to the cross where your love poured out. Bring me to my knees.
us, whether here in the room or watching online, have ever thought about that question? What am I going to do when I die? Is that fair to say? Unless you're super whatever, and I maybe have a counseling session with you afterwards just to see where you're at, would you say that thinking about what I do when I die is something you don't think about often? Well, you're dead. There's not much more to do. You go into the ground. But I would say for a vast majority of people on earth, they don't actually believe that. And Buddha, you name a religion in some way, shape, or form, most religions and even non-religious people would believe that there is something after death. That there are very, very, very few, they may be growing, but few people that believe when you die, that's it, you're just done. But at the same time, I don't think many of us think about what is actually after death. I really don't know, like, this isn't helping me want to live forever. Like, I'm seeing these things, and the picture that my mom has of the nativity set with a cute little angel from Precious Moments is not what I'm reading in Revelation. Like, there's a reason they said, don't be afraid when angels showed up. Creepy looking beings. And I remember going down this path, and so like I said, very few have. And if you have gone down this path and you need some help, I'm here to talk through those things. But if you haven't, I'd say that you're like most. That we believe there is something that comes afterwards, but we haven't really spent much time thinking and or preparing what that's going to look like. This part is about the first 18 to 22 years of your life. Short period of time, considering that the black is where, we'll say real life begins. I don't know if that's a real word, but at the same time, it's where you get to live on your own. You have to make all the decisions for yourself, whether it's good, bad, otherwise. You work and you do the same thing day after day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade. You get the picture. We get to do the same thing. And if you were to try to talk to most people, they would say, I do all of this so that I can do whatever I want here. I have a quick question for those who have retired. How many people do we have in here that have retired? A few. Do you get to do whatever you want when you want, or are you more busy now than you were when you were working? We have this unrealistic expectation that if I do all of this, then I get to rest and do whatever I want and end up doing more of this. And we've neglected what this will actually look like. And if we keep going, it just keeps going and going. And do you see what I was freaked out about eternity? Keeps going and going. But we don't think about this. And the verse I just got done reading for us talks about that we will spend our life in one of two places. And not only will we spend our life in one of two places, it actually looks like in eternity, and we get to partner not just now, but when we pass. I don't know why it has become this way, but in the Western culture, parts of Europe to the US, we do a very terrible job at death. Awful job. I've seen some of the rituals that African tribes do, and there is a very sad and sorrowful and mournful period. But then they have this massive celebration of life and understanding what that looks like, and there's this amazing send-off. One of the, again, pastors probably shouldn't say this, but one of the coolest non-Christian ways in which I've seen celebrations is the Viking celebration of Valhalla, and what that actually looks like. Like I said, our tradition, the way we do things, is almost, we're going to avoid this topic. Receive what is due, what he has done in the body, whether good or evil. What are we preparing for? What will that day of judgment look like when we have that small little red dash in our life, and we go from the dash into an end date? And stand before Jesus and he asks, what have you... I mentioned last week that my top priority of this life and continue, and as nicely as I can say it, I don't care about what men, what you, anybody has to say. My job and my goal, my life's desire is that when I stand before that day and give an account of the good and evil that I've done, is that I'll hear God say, well done, good and faithful servant.
Well, it was another good service. Glad we came out. We almost didn't make it here for whatever reason. It's just sometimes it's hard to get out of bed, and you got a little bit of fear of the unknown sometimes.
Yes,
So we
I was fearful of the Lord. He was
that's good. We learn something new every day, don't we? So we're hoping to come to another Nazarene church one day. We may come back here. But we'll put this on our background.
The message was good.
Yeah, the message was good. It was about life and death. Some things we don't talk about a lot. That eternal life and what the things we do today. And got consequences in the end. So we really enjoyed the message. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out this church online. I'll put the link down below. And hopefully you saw something in this church to help you improve your own church, or maybe when you're in the area, you'll want to come to this church. So I'm going to let you go. Be sure to like and subscribe because we need to get back out here living.
The police line.
Church.